Hey, it's your boy, Protomario, and I just got off this sweet loot box website. You guys won't believe what I won. Man, I got me this sweet Supreme shirt. You say that's a piece of paper? Well, yeah, it is. What you mean? Like I got conned or something? Alright, truth is, I lied. I didn't actually win anything off that website that was worth anything. I bought a loot box for $60 and all I got was this sound effects machine.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's about how I feel. You know what? This pisses me off so much. I'm gonna do a video on it. And I'm gonna expose that loser who turned me on to this website. We live in a magical era where scumbags can make loot boxes a real thing. Let's not leave the gambling to video games, folks. We gotta bring that garbage to reality. Who did this, you ask? EA? Blizzard? Nah, a bunch of YouTubers. But specifically, I'm going to be talking about Ricegum today for many reasons I'll get into. We are going to go deep in the YouTube archives, and we're going to be talking about a scumbag, a snitch, and a fool who has no problem going against pregnant women. Yes, folks, if you never heard of Ricegum, don't worry, he's irrelevant. But for today's video, I'll throw this diss track making dummy a bone. I'm sorry, he don't really make diss tracks anymore. I guess you could say he's a critic of sorts. Well, I'm a critic of him. Oh, don't you worry, we are going to be getting into Ricegum and what he has done to promote real-life loot boxes, which is really what's going to be covered in this episode of the news you missed. I feel like I need to explain who Ricegum is because most people probably don't know who he is, despite his attitude of not knowing who someone else might be because of how popular he is. He likes to throw around the word irrelevant and act like he doesn't know who anyone is. Well, guess what? Most of the world probably doesn't know who the fuck you are, Ricegum, so congratulations, you played yourself. Ricegum is quite famous for diss tracks and is mostly associated with music, doing something with music. But don't confuse him with a real musician. He's just a face to be used and abused, a name to attach things to, and you know, in this case, scams.
All I'm trying to say is it was a mistake. Probably shouldn't have done it, and it'll never happen again. But shit, I made the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Like many actors, musicians, he acts like he's the most amazing thing, God's gift to this world, but iDubbbz, yes, the iDubbbz, did a content cop on this guy, and beat him at his own game and made a diss track on Ricegum, which is hilarious because it basically got Ricegum wrecked. I mean, man, I really wish it had done more to end this fool's career, but he's still around and kicking. What's incredibly funny about a good number of people, especially those who want to defend Ricegum, they'll say something like, well, he has more subscribers than you, well, he has more views than you, and he makes more money than you do in a month. Okay, so let's just say he has 10 million subscribers. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you this, but he doesn't surpass 30% of his subscriber ratio to his view ratio on his videos. Basically, 7 million people who decided to click the subscribe button for him aren't watching his videos anymore because they don't want to watch him. So that's really bad. So call him successful would be missing like 70% of his subscribers. So I don't know how that's successful, but that's how people try to defend him. Numbers are really meaningless, but here on YouTube, numbers mean everything to a content creator because they make you money. And Ricegum has lots of money, right? That's the impression you get off of this guy. He's always portraying himself to be something big. And the fact that he has a live channel also that is a little bit more active as of recent, you can basically see that Ricegum is probably making over 100K a year on YouTube. Not a bad chunk of change. Not a bad living. But this is to illustrate that he's supposed to be rich, remember? So why is he doing a promotion that he would need money? Why would he have to do some grimy loot box website promotion if he's rich, right? He's got money, right? But unlike Ricegum, I actually like what I do. Unless he likes asking weird questions to a porn star. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, Ricegum. I'd expect that from a fedora-wearing basement dweller. Also, Ricegum did a video on how he got AirPods for $4. Hey, Rice! Maybe you want to wear a different shirt there, bud. You're looking kind of nasty. Jesus, I guess that whole weird question thing he was asking wasn't too far off from the truth. This guy really is nasty. Mysterybrand.net is a website, and it basically allows you to buy real-life loot boxes. You pay a flat rate for a themed loot box, and you get a randomly generated chance of what you could potentially get. The rewards can range from anything to extremely cheap or extremely expensive. For example, you could win a phone case that costs $5, or you could win shoes that might cost $1,000. It really is a gamble, and that's the whole point of the website. It's a gamble. Just from me sitting here watching the site's actual live wins for a while, I saw this. Someone won a copy of Minecraft, several people won slime. Slime. I gotta tell you, I'd be pretty mad if I won slime and I paid like even $7 for a box and all I got was slime. More often than not, I saw people winning just cheap 5 and below stuff like USB lights, charging cables, and earbuds. The thing about all of this is that the boxes aren't cheap at all. Some can come as low as $5, but then others can range up to $94, and that was with a sale. So this kid, Ricegum, he promoted the website, and I gotta tell you, I'm getting some CSGO LOTTO vibes here. I don't know about you guys. Was that a 2016 reference? Oh boy, it sure was. It's just where I wish Ricegum had stayed.
My account and my money just vanished. Like all the items that I was about to sell vanished. Those items that I was about to sell, the ones that was delivery in the pending thing was all right. Nothing was going on with them, but the items that I was trying to sell vanished. My money vanished. And this is not edited. This is like straight up. Like my stuff just disappeared.
But a lot of people are upset, claiming that Ricegum promoted this to children. And I completely disagree. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't potentially promote it to kids, but rather, I believe people should be more upset at Ricegum that he promoted a website that has brought loot boxes from gaming to real life instead. That is the more important issue here, that you're basically taking the most grimiest practice of video games and translating them into a real life scenario, which is really some of the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Watching this dude's video of him promoting this, he even lost multiple times on his own video promoting this trash. And they're just sitting here doing one of these. Ooh, I got another one, boy. Give me all that money. But he could have just age restricted his video and gave a warning that there is gambling to some degree. Ah, but if you did that, Ricegum, then your video wouldn't be promoted. Now would it? Oh, you thought this grimy slimeball would actually own up to what he had done without dragging others into it? Haha, no, he's a coward. And he's also a snitch. And that's all there is to it. Rice, Bud, Pally, I hope you're doing your taxes well, because if you actually go to jail for something like tax evasion, honey, they don't like snitches in prison, bro. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. So basically, when called out, most of the other YouTubers promoting this site either took the criticism on the chin, or they just removed their videos. Ricegum claimed that other people were doing it. That was his defense. I mean, he couldn't understand why people were hating him specifically. First, Ricey, honey, baby. Okay, I literally just explained that, yeah, other YouTubers took some heat for doing that, so I'm not absolving them from doing anything. However, and most importantly, if you broke the law and other people broke the law, pointing at other people claiming they did the same thing is not a defense. That wouldn't hold up in court. And I'm serious, Ricegum. I mean, you better get a pretty good lawyer, because I'm telling you, if you ever get in serious trouble, you'd be bad in court, you'd be bad in jail. Well, I guess not that bad for Bubba in jail. Boy, he'd love your mouth. And I'm sure after he was done with you, he'd ask, did it feel good though? This is where the video normally would have ended, okay? But recently, because people are calling out this scumbag like H3H3, Ricegum got super salty, and what does he do? Well, of course, a 2016 styled reply video. And in that video, he tried to have a go at Ethan's wife, whom is pregnant. Yeah, so this guy's not only a snitch, he's gonna snitch out other people, but he also has no problem talking shit to a pregnant woman. But that was just a little bonus for you, and it really doesn't have a lot to do with gambling. I made a video solely because the loot boxes he promoted, and when I found out how much he made on the deal, well, let's just say the H3H3 thing was the icing on the cake. Yeah, in a stream, it was alluded to him making between 100K and 200K on this deal. Keemstar was allegedly paid 100K for the deal.
Do I just grind vids, or do I just do one easy ass vid and make, 6 fig checks? So I mean, yeah, whatever.
How much money do they pay you?
I mean, I don't want to say it, but they offer Keemstar 100K.
I know. I feel like I have a guess.
Yeah.
Somewhere between $200,000 and $250,000.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but like, listen,
He's
bro.
slick.
This isn't a video on Keemstar or anything. Whether he took that deal or not, it was just mentioned. I'm sure Ricegum was getting paid that. And same with the good old Paul brothers. That's all it took for this guy to promote a shitty real-life loot box gambling service. And hey, many of you probably would be willing to promote this service too for 100K. So why would he then have to, take a deal for 100K if he's rich? Well, some people might not consider that rich. I'd say, why the hell would you need another 100K on top of it? So it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure a lot of people will comment that I'm jealous, or I'm broke, or I'm a fat loser that doesn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Neither does anyone else, honestly. There's a lot of fat, broke people out there. Neither do garbage men, neither do waiters and waitresses, neither do teachers. But they're all necessary, just like how I'm necessary to expose scumbags like you for not only selling your subscribers out, but just being a sellout who doesn't even have enough of a backbone to just accept the criticism. Instead, you snitch out other people who promoted the loot boxes. Bonus round! Ricegum has seemed to have also scammed people out of gift cards too. I guess this was supposed to be an apology for doing the loot box thing. Well, there's this guy who literally calls in the gift cards and attempts to activate them. But what ends up happening is that he actually checks when the gift cards were activated. They were already activated 6 months ago. Just remember, scumbags like this don't go away. They keep coming back over and over and over again until you realize they have no problem promoting services like this to you if you're subscribed to him, if you're a fan of him. He has no problem selling you out. And he's gonna keep doing it. As far as I go, I would rather be a nobody and nothing, as long as I can just look back and say, I didn't sell myself out to promote something like loot boxes. So people will likely accuse me of doing this to further my own fame and try to get views. Kind of like how Ricegum appears on other YouTube channels and collabs, etc. And this is no different. It's just in this instance, I'm exposing a scumbag who's promoting a gambling website with loot boxes. And with that, get your ass on the computer and make a diss track of me. Boy, I'll be waiting. Or you can call me irrelevant. I mean, whatever you want to do. I don't care. And neither do my subscribers, to be perfectly frank. Time Machine, take us back to 2016. Ricegum is pretty dumb. He's gotta be pretty numb to sell out all your fans. You used to get those mad views, now you are just some old news. You told them that they were irrelevant, but now you're unintelligent. And now I must end this roast. Just know that I'm not going to boast or toast that I smoked you with these hot bars. Peace out.